everything. I am going to scatter everything. Nobody knows the wrongs of an angry woman. I will ruin everything. Hello, Inobia family. This is Annie. You know, said that I was with my husband today. Peaceful, nothing happened. My husband told me he had a shoot today. Only for him to pack his things and his stupid cousin Frankie helped him plan it. His family does not love me. They hate me. They've been giving me hell for 10 years. Today, my husband packed his things. He lied to me that he was going to shoot. But my husband is on his way to America, planned by himself, Efel Morigbe, and Frankie. All of this behind my back. I don't deserve this. I don't. I know this is not your business. But I can't call any member of his family. I can't even call his manager. He will not take my call. Because he thinks I'm the reason. He thinks I'm in his way. He thinks I'm in his way. So if I would never take my call. He just sent it on his way to America without telling me. Without telling me. He's going to see Pero in America. And his other kids, don't move this car. Park this car. I'm going right now on Instagram Live. I'm going now. I'm done.
I'm sure most of us have already seen the news that Two-Face has announced his separation from Annie Idibia. And you guys, in fact, when I saw these tweets, or when I saw him post this on his story yesterday and Instablock carried it, initially I was like, no, PR, there's no how this can be real. I mean, anything at all to make people continue talking about the show and Annie's behaviors, right? You know, PR stunts. However, imagine my surprise when I woke up this morning because I saw that thing there. Everything about me just became weak. So I just found a way to just let go of phone and focus on other things, right? This morning I woke up and that's the first news that I saw. Two-Face made videos last night. Not one video, 2 videos. In fact, I'm going to post that video.
Yo, bless for my people. Nobody hacked my accounts. I'm here out here, yeah. Thank you very much. Bless you. Yo, my people, man. Nobody hacked my accounts. Let me talk with you.
Initially, when I saw that video, I was upset. Like, something in me was angry. Not because I know Annie Idibia personally, but I know their story. I mean, I used to be young. I think they got married when university. I can't even remember. But I know then. I know everything. I knew the news, everything at the time about Annie and Two-Face. And yes, we all used to assume that it was love when he married her. Like, despite his philandering ways and despite the mini cheating and baby mamas and kids all over the place, that he later decided to still marry her because that's the one that he chose, right? All of that stupid fantasy. But to realize and to grow and become more self-aware and to see that indeed this lady shouldn't have even ventured into that. Let me even cast your mind back a little. Two-Face was allegedly 24 years old when he started dating Annie Idibia at the very young age of 15. So that girl was completely naive. He's her first of everything, relationship, everything man, everything about love. It has been Two-Face Idibia. So while I will not blame her, because I'm seeing a lot of people say that nobody forced her to stay there. She saw that he has lots of baby mamas and that he's been cheating on her and she's remained with him despite all. It's a pity because despite all that lady is going through now, people calling her this, calling her that, and saying she's pitiful because she's being with an abusive or a man who doesn't value her. And this man, seeing all of these things, let's say you don't even, yes, you guys have been separated in silence, like nobody knows what is going on. Why are you now putting every other person in your business? Why are you airing that now? I don't see, seriously, I find it so hard to believe that this is real because I find it hard to believe that this woman is down, like everybody is bashing her. People are bullying her. People are calling her out. People are saying all sorts of things about her. And even though, let's even believe that, okay, both of you have been separated for some time, you decide that it is now when that woman is already down, when everybody is already kicking her, you know, trying to press her to the floor, you too, you decided to add more fire. You too decided to add salt to her already open wound. I will never believe that Two-Face would do that to Annie. Yes, it's good for Annie's mental health. Yes, if let's assume that this is real. Yes, Annie, to be honest, it's long overdue. She needed it. She needs it. She needs it even more than him. Look, if you are a lady or even a man and you're making excuses for Two-Face, talking about he too, not only women are abusive, talking about, oh, he's going through a lot, nobody knows what he's going through, he looks so down. I mean, come on and look, there is no way in hell, there is absolutely no way that Two-Face has been the one that has been constantly being abused, and he will still go out at the slightest opportunity saying things like he doesn't believe in a man sticking to one woman. Yes, he might love this other person, but it's just in a man's nature to see a woman and just want to sleep. Like, he has been publicly embarrassing this lady. I'm just trying to find the right words now, but do you know how damaging it is for a man that you love so much? If you believe, or if he believes that he married her out of pity, he should have divorced her a long time ago, not doing a renewal vow. You should have divorced this lady a long time ago. Let's say, okay, everybody want make I marry her, B, I don't marry her. So after like a while, you can just divorce her. Why still stay with her? Keep messing her up, keep messing up her mental health because you know that she loves you that much. Why not just leave? You should have left her a long time ago, just for her own self, her own sanity. And if what that lady is portraying on Young, Famous and African is actually her real life or her reality, then by all means, this divorce, this separation is very necessary. But coming at this very time that she's already going through that backlash, everybody is on and off about Annie, Annie. I mean, people pay less attention to other people and their behaviors, but the major focus is just Annie because she acts and behaves like somebody who is so damaged. So it's now affecting her relationship with everyone around her. And everybody can see how obsessed, how in love, despite even you being on that same show. Some of the things that he says sometimes are really unbelievable. Sometimes you begin to wonder why Annie keeps saying being like this, because she too cannot believe some of the things that this man says, but something in her is still not letting her go. Why choose now? Why choose now that that lady is being bashed for the same love that she has had for you, for the same love that has made her look stupid in front of the world, and you choose now at this very time to say that both of you have filed for divorce? Nobody knows who filed for divorce, and I pray with every good thing in me that Annie is the one who actually filed for that divorce, because she is the one that needs it. I mean, it's about time that obviously she needed that. She just needs that break. And you choose at a time like this that she's lost her pregnancy. She was being vulnerable about that feeling and how she felt. People are bullying her. You decide that you want to announce your separation. Why don't you just continue to leave it private? Why announce it now? Why couldn't you just wait for this steam to dry? You chose now to decide to humiliate her further. Look, as a woman, whether people like it or not, yes, I'm married. Oh, I am married. I love love so much. But when you see that this love is beginning to small, score is beginning to enter. Score is beginning to enter. And because I'm self-aware, because I understand these things and I understand how it can get. Look, Annie was at some point an actress, or she is an actress, right? But I don't think she's making so much moves. I don't think she's putting out a lot of movies as much as she should. She just probably has put everything about her life. Two-Face, everything about Annie is Two-Face. She has refused to actually own her own identity. She has centered everything around her with Two-Face. Like, Two-Face is the beginning and end of Annie Idibia. In this whole thing is just a lesson. Please, even for men, it's also a lesson for men. Please don't marry anybody out of pity. Both men, both women. Because I feel like if Two-Face actually loves Annie as much as he might love her, let's not even say that, because obviously you cannot be with somebody for this long if you don't actually love this person. But you know that you don't love her so much to treat her right. You know that you don't love her as much to make her a priority to, handle her feelings with care. Then I think that he shouldn't have gotten married to her, considering his status, right? He should have just let her go, knowing that this girl, her obsession, make her no come go wound this one. He could have just said that. He speaks pidgin, so I know that that is what he could have been able to reason that one and just saved that girl. But to other women, I think that, loving someone is okay, is beautiful. Please, despite all of this, let nobody tell you that, oh, don't love anybody. Love is beautiful. Me, at least me, I know that one firsthand, and I know that love is beautiful. But love another person, but love yourself the more. Yes, you heard that right. Love yourself more, because that relationship can go south tomorrow. You will need self-love to be able to discern and know when this thing is no longer going how it's supposed to be. Yes, you will manage and you will try to work it out, but you cannot be working out a relationship by yourself when the other person is not trying as hard as you. So when you try and try and try, I'm never going to say don't try. Please try. But make sure that as you work on your relationship, that your partner is willing to work with you to make it perfect, and that they are selfless about it. Because the more you keep trying, and the more it's like, especially with Annie's own was even worse, because I feel like there are other things in marriage that are easier to manage. But when it's like you are public figures, or when it's like you've put your relationship out there, you've gone public with it, and this person consistently embarrasses you, makes you feel bad every time you're heartbroken, you're always mending your heart over and over again. I think that, especially for Annie's own was too bad. Everybody saw it. We all saw it. I think she should have left a long time ago. I think she clinged on, or she held on for too long. So for every other woman, as much as we want to love and feel love, as much as we love is beautiful. As much as we love our partners, let us also love ourselves. So we are able to know when it don't pass normal. So we're able to know when this particular behavior is beginning to harm me, either medically, physically, or mentally, because it is not just about cheating right now. So I think as women or as ladies, it's a lesson for us as well. When we love, let us know when this love is beginning to go sour. And that sour is not ever going to turn to sweetness. Yes, today is sweet, but tomorrow it is bad. The next day is sweet, bad. It will only end up damaging you the more. And in relationships, when a partner is not pouring in so much as you are, you cannot expect one person to do all the job. So if you're trying and it is not working, especially if it's like it's still a relationship and not marriage, it is even easier to leave at that time. I feel like Annie's biggest mistake is her obsession and her love for Two-Face. It is good to love. Come on, Jesus, it is beautiful. But I would also not allow that person, I would not want that person, just because you love me as much as I do love you, I will not allow your entire life to revolve around me. Because that is you making me like your beginning and your end. Because that's exactly what Annie did. Annie had a career, or has a career. She could have been an actress, a very successful one at that. She could have worked more to establish herself, but she focused more on her relationship, on her marriage with Two-Face, managing her home, managing the fact that he has other kids, being able to carry them along, having the mind to be able to allow him to go travel, go see the kids and their mothers, things like, what are you going to be doing with them? Because at the end of the day, if you've had with a person before, and even though you guys are no longer together and you've been in the same environment as the person, anything can go on. Like, I will be so uncomfortable the fact that you're around these people. So honestly, as a lady, when a man is behaving like this, when you see his ways and his ways are not very clear, and you still want to remain there, please find your own self. Find your own self. Protect yourself. Protect your feelings. Protect your emotions. Just try to protect your health, protect your life, protect your kids, protect everything protectable. Because a man honestly can ruin your life. Even a woman can ruin your life. I know it's vice versa, but at this point, I think we are focused more on Two-Face and his behaviors towards Annie. And honestly, it's not a time to bash Annie. Yes, everyone saw it. She was being stupid. We all are, but nobody knows what's going on. We only see what people show us, right? And a lot of times, I like to believe that social media is a very funny space. So there are things that I can put out and he would assume it's my life. There are things that I would say and I will want to show you and you will assume that it is my life. So a lot of times, we might not necessarily know how really bad it is or what actually goes on behind closed doors aside what they show us. Yes, it might be as though we are judging them from what they are trying to say and what they have put out there, but nobody knows their reality. And if this thing that Two-Face has said is actually their reality, then I just want to say that Two-Face is a big mess. And if anybody still respects Two-Face, then that person is also a big mess. I don't care for his story. Not because I don't care about men and how they too are being abused, but I think that any word or whatever it is that Annie would have done, that it might seem as though it's making him really upset, or might be a reason why anybody might want to make excuses for him. I think he deserves it, because you cannot publicly humiliate a person over and over again. So I will not make excuses for Two-Face. I don't care honestly what he has been through or what he too had to go through as a result of his actions. I mean, every action has consequences. So nobody knows, and I don't care to know. But as far as I'm concerned, he took her down that rabbit hole. Wherever it is or whoever it is that she turned out to be, he made her that. So please, I don't care for his excuses. So don't come here and say, oh, what about the man? In this particular instance and in this particular story, Two-Face has no excuse. He has nothing to complain about. He made her who he is, or who she is today. He practically groomed her. So whoever it is that Annie is being displaying right now indoors, it is who he created. He should live with the monster that he has created. So let us just learn to love ourselves and take ourselves out of situations going to ruin us in the long run. We can simply just lock up if you don't want to leave and just protect your health and your life. But if it is physical abuse, please leave. Because see, one thing about physical abuse is just one little push. It might seem innocent, but can end you, because you can just hit your head on the wall, or you just fall down and hit your head and it's gone. So please, let's all love ourselves, ladies, and put ourselves first. Let us make time for our own self. Make time to work. Make time to care for our looks. Make time to have fun. So you guys, that's just what I had to say, because sorry, I couldn't keep myself together. I just wanted to say my mind and air my own view.